Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Ballage. And he's got room. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards the pickup there. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, there's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have him pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rosen. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Brings up 3rd down.
I got one. Check the hot read.
Ballage. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the 1st, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll give this to Singletary running right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
I got this. 11.
To throw is Garoppolo. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
12, fellas, here we go.
Garoppolo on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Patriots nothing.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Balaj. Able to power through. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And that's what can happen with these big running backs. Sometimes you get them slowed up. It's tough for them to get going again. You know, it's more of a boom, boom type of a runner.
Got cleared past 1, but then everybody else rallied. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Dolphins take over 1st
Play
and 10.
to win.
At their own
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
That's what I do. Check 3.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That one good for 33 and a 1st.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that'll help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
20. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think
And he's into the clear. The 30, the 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Lindsay, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Dolphins take over the 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Motion, motion, motion. Smooth. 22's coming.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Buying time to his left. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsay. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Lindsay. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Completes this one to Meredith. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Looking deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80! Hey, gun. Tight down.
They'll run it. This is Michelle. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Here we go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Stick! Stick! You ain't doing nothing today.
Check 52 to Mike. Check 52 to Mike. Cross the slant.
No, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Throwing again, it's Rosen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And all the way up to the 47-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
12, fellas, here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
First down, New England.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They go right back to Singletary. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Like 22, he's counting 22.
Hey, Haywood.
Let's go right here now. Like 22, like 25.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Marcus, defense, Marcus.
On first down, it's Rosen. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out-muscled on that one. So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
And it's third down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Hey, check right.
21.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Sick guy. Check. What do you got?
This is Gaskin on the carry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Gaskin. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hey, alert, alert. That's 22. Alert, alert, alert.
Shift. Banjo.
Middle.
Now Rosen. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Curtis Samuel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
11.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long? To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
12. 65. I got this. Hey, go.
The Pats going for it. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Oh, you got D? 49. Check 49.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Bang, 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 bang.
On 2nd and 7, Rosen. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Burton. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
21.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
11. Check that. We're on Mike 52, right? Hey, gun.
Hey, keep it up. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
Bound to lose one. 13.
And that'll set them back 5. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
21. Here we go.
Check safety.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
11. White.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
One, Omaha. Hey, Charlie. I got you.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Two.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Now he'll escape to his right, and this is going to be incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
New England on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Go.
25. Check 25.
11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to Meredith. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll try to run with Lindsey. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. One more time with Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown, New England.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Check the backer.
Garoppolo to throw. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hug. Mike 27. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe it.
On first down, Singletary. Yeah, he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
21. Wait.
Now Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
No, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Here we go, D.
One, Omaha.
Again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare. Flare.
One final try now for Garoppolo. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the